Hey, greetings everyone. This is Mike. I'm coming to you again from Samurai Geek Designs. Hey, what I've got here and what I've been doing as of late. Um, these are kind of done in my spare time. So, ooh, geez. Really, I don't get a lot of time to do these, but uh, these are really for me. These are really these. I've been buying these Black Series Star Wars figures by Hasbro for over the last year or so, and I've got a couple of them. Well, I lie. I guess I've been collecting them little by little, whenever I can over the last couple of years. Really, my first figure of the series was a Han Solo figure that got sold a long time ago. But since then, I do try to keep them here in my own collection. Ooh, cat. What I've got, this one is my favorite. I like that Darth Vader right there. Again, there was a lot of complaints about the figure itself. And the face really left a lot to be desired as well. I mean, it looked like a pretty good sculpt of Sebastian Shaw. But I don't know. It just didn't hold up, you know. So with the paint wash that was applied to it, so I primed out his head. I went around. I used some Vallejo colors, and I used a couple of the Tamiya washes just to bring out some of the highlights and the lowlights on his face. And I've done a video on this guy previously, so you can check that out on my YouTube page here. Also on Instagram, I've probably put a couple of pictures up of him out there as well. Once I did that and then put the pose with the helmet where he's staring into the eyes of the helmet, it kind of became my favorite piece. And that one will never be sold to anybody else unless they've got a large chunk of money. I'm gonna charge way too much than anybody is willing to pay, so that's mine. The next two that I worked on were these two guys, Obi-Wan and Anakin Skywalker. And let me see if I can I did a little bit of a faux finish there on the base right there. That's supposed to look like slate rock, but I don't know. The next one is young David Bowie and his apprentice Yoda. I don't know who that looked like. That I just watched a video by Toy Galaxy Dan Larson. Yes, everything that you said about that figure, I agree with you. He is my favorite Luke Skywalker by far, but I really wish the likeness looked a little more like Mark Hamill. Yoda, because I've watched your videos so much, dude, I discovered that has double jointed elbows, so I'm going to put him in a new pose. Anyway, that's Stormtrooper from Rogue One. That all I did was add a wash to him and some nicks and dings on his armor. So really, there's not much that I can do with Stormtroopers. Any helmeted figures, I'm really relying on if I can add anything to the finish of the actual figure. There's not much you can do with those Stormtroopers. They're pretty dead on and pretty accurate, I think. I've got a Poe Dameron where I've just repainted his costume and his face. Still a little bit lumpy for Poe Dameron or Oscar Isaac. Next up was Rey, and then Han Solo and his little spiteful son, Ben Solo, or Kylo Ren, whatever he's called now. But those are the repainted figures that I've had here in my stash. The next one that I've been doing, and I started a how-to, or not really a how-to, but I try to get a little bit going on how I layer the faces. But let me see if I can get that to... Right now she's kind of at that creepy zombie stage right now because I have not painted in her eyes. But what I'm going to do right next is I need to add a little bit of a black wash just to kind of highlight her eyes again. What I've done basically so far is... There you go. Skin tones, flesh tones all start off with a base of this beige red by Vallejo. And then I'm coming back over with a mix of this lighter color, basic skin. And I'm just kind of coming in and I'm painting everything where light hits first. So I started feathering in the color on her forehead, bring it down the bridge of the nose. A really light spot at the tip of the nose, up the bridge of the nose to highlight the nose. And then you just start, and really I've been using one of these brushes here. Let's see if I can do it without knocking it down. Again, I'm starting with the heaviest of color here at a local point, and then feathering it out till I hit the hairline here, and then I'm bringing the color down the bridge of the nose to the tip, and that's a heavy color to bring out, and then feathering it out, and then starting here at the base of the bridge of the nose, and then around the eyes, at the bottom of the eyes, and at the top of the lips. You know, you just follow. I'm following everything as light would hit, and leaving that base color to shine underneath the, you know, where the dark of her eyebrows are, and under her nose. Lips, kind of the same thing. I'm working around the lips when I'm adding my flesh tones, and I'm working primarily on the top of the lip, and then on that little point right here, the chin, and then feathering everything out, keeping my paint thin and wet. I feather everything out into the rest of the face, so that you're contouring as you're going along. So I guess, I don't know, I'm hoping that color's coming out. It's really bright in here today, so whoops. I'm trying to get a nice zoom in on the face. Let me see. It's gonna get a little shaky. But yeah, okay, well, one more wash on the eyes. There we go. One more wash in the darker of the eyes before I put the pupils in, and maybe one more wash on the lips. But definitely, once I'm done with everything, I'm gonna put a slight little coat of Future on the lips, and kind of get that a little bit of give it a little bit more of a shine. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to get some paint on this guy. This is Pris Caspian from Rogue One. What is his name? Cassian Andor. I picked this guy up over at Walmart. I mean, they're basically giving these guys away now, trying to make room for the Han Solo movie coming out. But I literally got these two peg warmers for $5. So I'm gonna try to get a little bit more of an active how-to when I do this guy. So watch for this one in the next couple of weeks. But like I said, I'm only doing these when I get the chance to do it in between all of the other projects that I've got here. So yeah, so next in line is going to be this big thing right here. This is Ray's Speeder, and I am going to give this thing a whole total makeover. And I'm gonna, let me see, what colors am I using? I'm using after everything gets base coated, I'm gonna stipple on a mix of these two colors. And when I say stipple, I'm gonna use this brush, and I'm gonna apply a haphazard two colors stippling all along the hole, and that's gonna give us the base that's really gonna pop on this. I'm gonna use one brush to recreate all of the pinstriping, all of the racing lines here. I'm gonna use one brush to kind of just do one stripe all along here, and I'm gonna see if my hand can still handle it. I used to do this kind of painting all the time, and I kind of want to just give it a whirl to see how I can fare. But yeah, this is gonna get a total makeover. I'm gonna make it look just like it did in the movie. I'm gonna use a little bit of dry brushing, highlighting with this Martha Stewart color. This is gonna be the high highlights, and then the low lights are gonna be this color. This is a Martha Stewart black nickel, and it's darker than gunmetal. And mixed with this one, if I do it right, it's gonna look really cool, and it's gonna really pop out on all of these metal parts. So the next couple of weeks, not anytime soon, I'm not gonna promise anything, but update on this Black Series figure, and I'm gonna touch up a little on this one, and I've started a little on the backpack. And I've got to remove that wash right there, and that's just to bring out the shadows and the detail that's already there. So ooh, one last thing. This Jane is gonna go with this repainted K2SO, and I'm hoping that people will I'm hoping that people will get the reference in the movie, from the movie. But that's, you know, the moment when she hands him the gun, right? And then kind of like the last time they see each other, right? This is a repainted K2SO figure that has been sitting. Oh, cat, get out of the shot. It's been sitting on my desk for a long time, unpainted, probably for about 6 months, and I've been meaning to do this. So let me see if I can get. Again, I stippled on some black, and kind of went from there with the dry brushing, the highlighting. I also gave him a lot of grime, so that really kind of turned the look of the black. But I tried to keep keep it subtle. I hope I was successful, but I don't know. I'm gonna take some really good pictures of this one once it's done, and get them on Instagram. Hopefully I'll get this Jane Erso done as well, but that is who she is right there. Still working on the eyes, like I said. Those are the toughest thing. That's the toughest part to get done for me. It's always tough to get the eyes done for me. So gonna take my time and not screw it up, but that right there is Jane Erso and K2SO, and I think the line is you never cease to surprise me, I think. But anyway, guys, that's me and my Black Series figures and what I've been doing for myself and my hobby, if it can still be called a hobby now. But the Black Series are mine. I'm sorry, but I will be posting videos and pictures of these two guys when I'm done, along with everyone else. I'm gonna try to get a how-to on Prince Caspian right here, and I'm gonna also do some pictures, work in progress pictures on this one for Instagram as well. But you guys take care, have fun, peace out, and I will see you again later. Take care.